Hello. For my career profile, I decided to research a marriage and family therapist. The organization that I looked into is LDS Family Services. Back in my hometown, I'm from Southern Alberta, so I looked at the one based out of Lethbridge, and I actually know a lady who's in my ward who works for this organization, so I sent her a Facebook message and kind of got some information from her, and then I also got some information from online. So the title of the job is just a marriage and family therapist. So the working environment for this is, there's a wide range of environments. With this occupation, you can have your own practice and kind of run your own business, or you can work like within an industry such as LDS Family Services or another counseling industry. So there's a lot of variety. Most of the therapists who choose to work full time can. Not all of the 40 hours per week will be like meeting with the patients. It'll be more like 20 hours per week is meeting with the patients, and the other time is like preparation for that and doing research and developing like plans and models for those patients to present to them. Let's see. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say in that working environment. So typical stressors for this job, they okay, so when you work in this job, you're dealing with very like highly emotional people whose issues are very real to them, and it can be really stressful just seeing people like in those stressful situations and the hardships that they're going through. When I talked to the counselor who works in this field, she said it's taken her a long time to kind of get to the point where she can separate herself from her clients. At the beginning, she kind of started to take on their emotions, and she found that it was like really hard for her because she felt like she was feeling everything that they were feeling. But she said with time that really did help, and she eventually is now able to like look at things more objectively. And like of course you do feel like sympathy and empathy for those people, but it's really important in this industry to just kind of separate yourself from that so that it doesn't affect your personal life. And so that would probably be the main stressor that I found, is just dealing with people who are in emotional trauma and going through really hard things. Some of the benefits of that, though, is like another side of those stressors is a lot of times like through your help, like you can see them make changes and like overcome these difficulties and stuff. So that could be kind of a benefit of the stress that you do experience. So typical benefits. So like I mentioned, if you work, if you decide to have your own practice, you can work through like third-party insurance companies that can kind of like sponsor, or not sponsor, I guess, that you can like just be on their insurance plan. But if you work like within an industry, like the lady I talked to, she does have like a retirement plan that comes with her position within that company. She also has vision, dental, and medical plans kind of tacked on with that. She didn't really go into detail about what those included, but I imagine just depending on your location or wherever it would be different, but a lot of those jobs do offer those benefits. So the common job tasks for this, I'm just going to read off this list that I found. So diagnose and treating mental disorders, conducting psychotherapy to individuals, couples, and families depending on their situation, helping clients develop new interpersonal communication skills, and collecting information about clients through self-report inventories, interviews, observations, discussions, and formal assessments. So this is kind of what I was talking about before, where only about half of your time will actually be spent meeting with the client, where the other half will be more of like the gathering reports and doing the research and stuff like that. So the education requirements for this, so this requires a bachelor's degree. It's not super specific in what you have to have your degree in. A lot of the common ones would be marriage and family therapy, which is what my major is right now at BYUI, and you can also get one in psychology or social work or just marriage and family studies or anything along those lines. And then to become a marriage and family therapist, you need to have a master's degree, which is 2 to 3 years, or you can do a doctorate program, which is 3 to 5 years, or a postgraduate clinical training program, which is 3 to 5 years. So in addition to that, before you can be licensed within a state, you have to have your bachelor's degree, a master's, doctoral, or postgraduate clinical training program degree, and then in addition to that, you have to have a certain number of clinical experience hours before you can be licensed and allowed to practice. So yeah, just depending on where you are, those numbers can kind of differ. So the salary for this, the starting range is around $46,000 a year, and you can make up to 65 to 85 depending on your experience and how long you've been working. And also, like if you have your own clinic, your own practice, you can make more than that. These were just kind of the main numbers, but obviously there's room for fluctuation in each. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thanks.